What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield, the Todd Father.
Obviously, most importantly, today we're going to have Todd look at the charts. His price predictions have been pretty spot on for Bitcoin, Zen, and some others. Where does he see the low at, or is the low already in? Also, guys, EOS got a venture capitalist to say they will give them up to $100 million to help their project move along, which is pretty crazy. And the CEO of PayPal saying Bitcoin is a scam. Now, if somebody wants to say Bitcoin is a scam, that is fine, but I would expect somebody of his success would talk much higher level than he did. We'll take a look at this article, if that's what you want to call it, and we'll see what your opinion is on that here in a second.
What up, Brady?
I like that I'm seeing a lot of new names over here in the chat box. I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are still happy, even with this little bit of red. This is just a healthy correction in the market. You still got to think we are way above what we were just a few weeks ago. That's what it's all
Jay,
about.
your girlfriend never did call me.
Jay Stevens in the house.
I want to do a photo shoot.
Montana, hey, what's
John
up, guys?
West, what's up?
Haven't been here in a while. Good to see you back, Montana. Where's your wrench? I just gave it to you. Ryan says minor dip before the moon.
Let's run this intro and we'll be right back.
Let's do it.
Come on. With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Awesome, guys. Before we get started, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you want to see some of the things we offer here at Learn Crypto, from a cryptocurrency trading course to a crypto private client group, go ahead and look in the description below to grab that. Also, guys, have these, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but we have these acrylic Litecoins that Todd's friend made. Do you have one of those? Yep. We're going to be giving these away all week. There's like the medium-sized coaster-sized one. They're pretty sweet. You can use them as a coaster, put them on display, whatever. We're giving them away. All you have to do is leave a comment in the comment section below with your Twitter handle on all the live shows from this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll probably pick 2 or 3 winners per, because that's how many we have. And then I'll reach out to you on Twitter, get your personal information, and we'll ship them the next day.
Solomon says, why did we fall $800? I'd say probably because we put in that 5th wave of the 3 that we was looking for. So following the Elliott way perfectly.
Anthony, you don't use Twitter? Open a Twitter, follow us, and that's how you're going to get the giveaways.
Right. Follow me, definitely.
Well, let's get this started. I'm going to steal the screen. Over here on the cryptocurrency market capitalizations, we actually just within the last 5 minutes dropped below the $400 billion mark. We are now at $392 billion, but the Bitcoin dominance is inching up to 38.7%. Now, we've kind of talked about this in the past. Historically, the trends before the actual bull run happens, Bitcoin and some of these other larger caps lead the way. Once the profits are there, then people scrape some of that cream off the top, moving into the altcoins, and that is when the altcoin bull rally happens. We'll see what happens, but so far, Todd has been nailing this TA. Bitcoin holding over $8,900, down 7% for the day. Ethereum down 12% for the day at $619. Ripple trying to hold above the 80 cents at negative 14%. Bitcoin Cash down to $12.90. I don't know if you guys took profits when I tweeted out, but there it is. EOS $14.58, down 5%, but still looking pretty good over the past week or so. And Litecoin at $145, down 11.22%. Pretty much across the board, everything is red, but we do have some winners. Steam up 17.55%.
Well,
Mixin again. If anybody in here knows what Mixin is or owns any Mixin, congratulations to you. Also provide a little information. This is getting to the point.
shoot, they've retired if they know what mixing is.
Yeah, this is getting to the point where I actually need to do some fundamentals on it and see what this thing is about. This has been in the top 3, I think, 5 days in a row. Decred, 79.58%, up 6.56%. This is a coin that is fundamentally sound, but a lot of the times goes under the radar. And then Ontology, $5.05, guys. The only thing I regret about Ontology is after I got my Neo airdrop, as well as a lot of people in this community, I wish I would have bought some as well, because right now it has been on a tear. And then, of course, Tether at $1, slightly green. Well, let's throw it back over to Todd. I know you guys want to see the charts and get his opinion since there has been so much movement today, and we'll keep the show rolling.
Okay, I got a lot of markings on this chart, so let's see if I can make it a little easier to read, maybe. Over here kind of playing with it. Last night we was live. We was up here at 97.40, I think it was, when we got off. I was calling for that 5 wave of the light blue, which would have gave us the wave 3 and the dark blue. So again, from down here, we have the 1, 2 dark blue, and then we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the 3. So I said support would be back at the previous 4th wave, which would be the 8,800. I did throw that number out there. We touched that exactly this morning. I did do a few minor trades. I did start to cover down there. I had a little bit of a rally off the low. I was covering some on some strength, but same thing. I'm more worried about missing out because I think these markets are stronger than you think. So we're going to find out here in the next few days. So the next few days, we still got to figure out this 4th wave. So the 4th wave could be a triangle between 88 and 98. We could stab a new low here down to 8,600, let's say, right here in the next hour or two, and then start an ABC back up to 94 or something, and then maybe fall again to 85 over here. I mean, I'm guessing some type of, if it's alternate to the wave 2, it should be a flat or a triangle. A flat would mean we're going right back to 9,700. So I'm not sure of those things yet. I mean, I think you got to sit back and let this correction run its course still. If you go out to a 2 hour to see maybe how it fits in the bigger picture, we're still trying to get above this 11,750 over here to the left. We need to do that and an ABC up, so it'd be A up, and then a B down and a C back up. This A shouldn't be capitalized like that. I did that so people could see it. It would be really be more like that, where this is an A, this is the B, and then this is a C, to get that 12,000 print that I think we're going to get. And again, that could be 13 or 14,000. If we don't keep moving higher and start giving up the ghost, then obviously this whole count is wrong. But so far, things are holding up pretty well for this count to still continue higher. We had a lot of coins. I'm going to go over some more here. I mean, Bitcoin Cash slowed up the day that Bitcoin was headed up, gave us a sell-off down to the 1220. I still would expect it would hold in through here and probably still work higher. I still got that wave C marked up here that I think we're going to get to at some point. Take out this previous A wave high at 1600. Dash, a quick sell-off off of the 540 down to almost a 440. So we're used to these quick moves in crypto. Classic did a 23 almost down to almost 18. Still down at the trend line support. I'm guessing that support will change here. Probably we're going to get something not quite as steep on some of these coins, I'm guessing. So probably start changing some trend lines like that here in the next day or two. Ethereum had that 720, came down to sub 600. That was kind of previous support. We could go clear down to the 520 area on this B wave possibly. Again, we got to see how this acts. So, and you know, there's different ways to read this. I'm going to go back to the Bitcoin chart here in a minute to show another way to read it. Here's Litecoin. We showed a pullback to 140 last night. We did get that. I'm not sure of these markings here. I'm not sure we're going to go back to 175 on this right now, so don't pay too much attention here. It's going to follow Bitcoin unless it shows a little bit of outperformance, etc. Holding 140 would be really, really good for Litecoin and put together another rally, but I'm not sure that these lines are correct. I do think we're going to 220 at some time. It's just a matter of how we're going to do these this next week or so. EOS 71, back down to the support line of the uptrend. Again, I'm not sure that will hold. NEO didn't rally as strong as it should have, probably. OMG had that run up to 1850. Quick collapse to 1450. So that uptrend line gave away. That's what happens when you get a 5-wave advance and you're going to see some uptrend lines giving away and lowering the channel ascent. So that's just all that's happening now. XRP 79, same thing, took out the uptrend. We talked about that one being weaker. It didn't take long for it to drop below the 80.5 level. ADA down 13%. Talked about that, not going as quick to new highs too, so it came under a little pressure. EOS, we talked about it holding up yesterday. Obviously, that's because the news that Nick gave you. A quick 100 million would put a few bids in on that thing. XLM USD, down 13%. Some of these charts still look good though, so that, we've had big rallies. XVG couldn't do it at 68, gave us the spring down to 60. I still think that thing probably, springing this level might be enough now to put a low in there. I still hold that. Zen 34.41. I think this is going to be reaccumulation to go to 48 to 52. Nick, you're going to talk about Zen, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll leave that to you. ZRX, $1 after doing $1.20. Quick move down to like 93. And then right back to 110. So I think this is a strong coin that'll put it together somewhere here. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Bitcoin and a couple alternate accounts when we come back to me.
Sounds good.
Do your thing.
First of all, I'm looking over in the chat. Anthony says ETC is a great coin. ETC is getting institutional money before people in crypto are even talking about it. I think ETC is a good coin, guys. If you've been following the show for a while, this is one that has had a total code rewrite by Charles Hoskinson and will be a contender in the protocol space moving forward. James over here says OCN possible 1-to-1 airdrop coming up as tweeted by a member of their team and listing on Binance. Now, I can't verify that information. I'm going to look into that after the show, but I can tell you if that is true, you are going to see probably 30 to 40% gains out of that coin overnight. We'll see what happens. I'm going to write that down right now, actually, guys. Sorry. I need to make a note of that. I want to look into that information.
Blake Money Neely's in the building.
That's what I like to see. Jay Stevens says, did Nick get his XRP for life tattoo? Yep, right on my lower back. But if you want to see it, Jay, you got to come up here with the girlfriend and the Harley, and we'll go out.
Right, and we're going to need a donation to the channel.
Oh, that is hilarious. Well, let me steal this screen. Oh, I already got the screen. What am I doing?
You got it.
So, for those of you who are owners of Ubiq and did partake in the first Escher governance token airdrop, that has completed. So you should be able to go to your Pyrus or your Fusion wallet and verify that your Escher tokens are there. Now, if you did not partake in this, there is going to be 7 more Escher airdrops here in the future, 1 every quarter for the next 2 years. So, if you want to take a look at a undervalued protocol token, in my opinion, based out of Canada, which is now crypto friendly, guys, and you're guaranteed to get these Escher governance tokens, 7 more airdrops over the next 2 years, go do a little research on Ubiq and Escher and see what they got going on over there. Also, talking about Zen, my favorite, Barry Silbert, some of you call him Barry Shilbert, whatever you want to say. This guy runs a fund here.
Yeah.
And today, unfortunately for me, he announced, excited to share that the DCG Co. has added Zencash Zen to our digital asset portfolio. Fantastic vision, team, and fast-growing global community. Now, people who have been watching the show for a while now know that I did do an interview with Rob Viglione, the co-founder of Zen. At that time, the price was $15. The very next live episode, I came on and I said, guys, go watch that video. I'm a believer in this project, and he announced supernodes and Zen Grid to the channel before he made it public. It has subsequently gone up to around $42, $43 for the highs. We were seeing a pullback in Satoshi values. I was trying to accumulate. As I've told you guys, I'm trying to, in full disclosure, I'm trying to get a super node. And while I was trying to do that, of course, Barry Silbert over here had to ruin that for me and some PCG clients because obviously we saw about a 500,000 Satoshi bounce up after this news, or maybe it was 50,000 Satoshi. I can't remember if they're 3 million or 380,000 Satoshis. Anyways, I'm still very bullish on Zen. If you look at the market cap, even off these bounces, there's still only about 150 million market cap. If you don't know what they're all about and you want to gather a lot of information on them, I would recommend just going to our interview section on the homepage and read about it. Guys, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion and what I have been looking at for my portfolio and what has been successful for me so far. We're going to go over this briefly. Now, when I first came on the show, like we've talked about, EOS was $2, and now it's been running up with airdrops and exchanges saying they're going to support the swap. And now OK Blockchain Capital is supporting EOS. For those unaware of the OK Blockchain Capital firm, it is a venture capital arm of OK Group. This company also operates OK Coin Project, which is somewhat popular in the world of cryptocurrency. OK Blockchain Capital has made it clear it wants to finance emerging blockchain projects in the years to come. That particular business model is not unique by any means. Plenty of VC firms openly support blockchain companies, and it seems OK Blockchain Capital will go down a very similar path. Over the past few years, this VC firm has accumulated a lot of experience, and several key investments have been made in the process. What is rather surprising is that OK Blockchain Capital plans to support the EOS ecosystem. Although this project is already among the cryptocurrency top 10 ranked by market cap, OK Blockchain Capital feels there is a growing need to support this particular ecosystem in the future. This kind of comes on the basis that many people think that Ethereum right now has too much market cap for the protocol sector, and that a lot of these protocol tokens over the course of 2018 will eat into the Ethereum market share. Now, I know a lot of people in the comments will probably disagree with that, but I'm just presenting that fact, and that's what a lot of these VC firms are also seeing. Committing up to $100 million in financial support is not something to sneeze at. Somebody earlier said, why would they need another $100 million if they already received $300 billion in the ICO stage? And we'll get to that here in a second. One has to wonder how much this financial support will influence the future direction of EOS. OK Blockchain Capital wants to step up an investment fund for EOS-based projects. This is where most of the financial support will go, as building the necessary infrastructure will take a lot of time, effort, and money. Additionally, the VC firm aims to promote the circulation of EOS in global digital asset markets, which will entail adding an EOS trading market on OKCoin. This is where it gets a little more interesting, guys. Among other things, it's unknown whether that will involve the creation of EOS and fiat currency pair. Anything that is paired with fiat usually has positive returns on it. I mean, the biggest example is Bitcoin, guys, because those are the currencies that are easiest to acquire when somebody is coming new to the market. If you can get on a fiat onboarding platform like Coinbase and get listed on there and have a fiat pairing, that's where the first money will come. New investors, institutional investors, it goes there. As those things rise, they take profits and move them into these altcoins using BTC pairs, etc. This could result in a positive momentum for the EOS cryptocurrency, although building an ecosystem for application development is a bigger priority right now. Whether or not the EOS team will accept this financial support is a different matter altogether. As of right now, it is difficult to determine how far along these discussions have really gotten or how things will evolve in the near future. It is evident a lot of changes may occur in the cryptocurrency world in the next few months, although not all of them will be on the scale of what OK Blockchain Capital aims to achieve. Overall, guys, I've been bullish on EOS. This is just another thing. I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but somebody was asking why would they need money, and it seems that $100 million would be used just to integrate them into the OK exchange. So that will be pretty interesting to see what EOS chooses to do moving forward. And they also say things are going to spice up over the next few months. Some of you do know that I am a lifetime membership of Palm Beach Confidential. Tika sent out a little video today to some of the clients, obviously. And he says by this time next year, 1 year from now, he sees a $2.6 trillion market cap. So you can take it for what it is. Even if he's off by $500 billion, I don't care. The coins that are fundamentally sound are going to be the survivors in this ecosystem. And when the institutional money comes in, the money will flow to those because that is where they're going to feel the most safe. It's going to go into the funds like Barry Silbert has, and whatever coins they have is where the money is going to go. So that is a pretty interesting article just to see how more venture capitalists and things continue to move forward. Do you want to grab it back to the charts here for a second?
You're welcome, Vapid. Yeah, we can go over, I want to show a different type of count on the chart here. I think I showed this on the video this morning.
G Money says Hitman and Toddfather can't stay but miss you guys. Hey, make sure to catch it on the recording. Leave a comment in the comment section below with your Twitter handle, and hopefully you can win one of these Litecoins, G Money. And keep tuning in every Monday through Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time live, as well as pre-recorded videos randomly all the time.
Did a call with Vladimir again. He's fixed a couple more things on historical data. Then I gave him a couple errors on point and figure charts. So they said they was fixing those tonight. So just going through with the fine-tooth comb, trying to fix things. So the technometers I told you were getting close to 50. They didn't really give me real big sell signals. I was hoping to get this fifth wave up here on Bitcoin to probably get that. There's been some pretty big weakness, you know, with Ethereum and Dash and some of these. So there's a possibility that the wave count is this here, which would mean that there's more downside here. So the downside support would be more, you know, probably you could come down here and scare an 8,000 or something. So if we don't hold this 86, 8,500 level, then I think we're going to come down and see the 8,000, 7,900 level, 7,800 level on a scare or something. That would then be A up we just completed. We're going to mouse around and do a B, which goes lower to 8,000, and then we still run to 12,000. So I think that's your choices. Or we're going to dig in here tonight around 8,600 maybe here still tonight, work higher for a day, day and a half, maybe another pullback to 8,500, and then we rock and roll to 10,000 plus, etc. So I still think trends higher. Look for springs and uptrends if you want to add on to some positions. I'm basically fully invested. So I'm still in the big cap coins mostly. I still think those lead it because I still think that's where all the money is going to come from. I still think there's institutional money coming. There's average investor money coming. They're going to chase the big names that are well known first, and they're going to branch out to these other coins. So I think the other thing I wanted to go over still is stops. I know the average trader, investor is having a horrible time with stops in cryptos. It's almost impossible. So you know that I didn't use stops on the way down because I was 70, 80% holding, looking for, you know, the problem is you can say you're looking for a triple or a quadruple or a 10 banger or whatever, but from this channel, we're all looking for, anybody in PCG, I think, is looking for long-term gains. Nick's looking for it. I think everybody on the channel is looking for that. So it's hard, you know, to say it's easy to buy a coin here and put a 10% stop on it and let it ride. There's no way that works. And first of all, stops have got to be placed based on, you know, retracement levels, previous support levels, price objectives more than anything. I mean, you know, you can go back over your stop lesson on the course, and it's 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I keep talking about this, but I don't think everyone's listening, especially not the competition, because if we're sitting here and Bitcoin's at 9,000, and you truly believe that 25,000 plus is where we're headed, I mean, you really just got to buy it with no stop. I mean, if you want to get cute and say, well, I can buy it here at 8,800. If it falls to 8,500, I'll take a $300 loss and I'll stand aside. But at some point when you get stopped out, and everyone's going to attest to this, when you get stopped out, you got to buy back in at some point. So, you know, then you get emotional and you buy back in higher than where you sold and you chase it again. So there's so many ways to continue to make mistakes doing that. So I still say, if you come to me today with $100,000, Todd, what are you going to do? We've talked about it on this channel forever, is you got to invest some right now, even when prices are high, because you can't be sitting around with $100,000 cash, not investing, because you don't know when these things are going to really turn aggressively higher. So if I put you into some coins right here today, if you'd given me the money 2 days ago, I'd have told you probably to wait for this. But if you got some cash right now, you probably got to invest it right here. And yeah, I mean, a lot of these coins could fall 10, 20% still from here, which I think would be a gift. So I can't have a stop in. And I'm not going to have a stop in if you and I both agree we're going dramatically higher in the next 3 to 5 years. So I can trade some of it cute. I can use Wyckoff principles. I can buy a spring and trail a close stop. I can do all those wonderful things. And I'm pretty good at that. And will put myself up against probably anybody doing that. But these cryptos move so damn fast that it's not, people say, well, the course was made for stocks. It still works, but you do have to put the volatility of these cryptos is humongous, and the upside objectives could be humongous. So when Wyckoff was trading, he was trying to buy, Old Pacific Railroad at 80 because he thought it might go to 130. So if he thought it was going to rally $50 and he would use a 15-point stop, those are things you definitely want to do. And you might want to do that with the other 30% of your portfolio and trail a stop like that. So, but you can't do that trading your whole portfolio. It's not going to work. You're going to wake up, Bitcoin's going to be at 36,000. You're going to be like, hell, I made no money. And I can't be in that position with PCG clients because they will close the account and they're going to be extra pissed.
Crypto Hunter says it's a darn pain to put your stops and follow the coin up. That is true. Dolphin 1 through 4 says Barry ETC. Yeah, Barry does have a ETC fund over there as well. What else we got going on? Anthony says, Nick, are you doing an OMG review? Yeah, the OMG review is pretty old. That is one of the first episodes. It's like 3 months. So obviously they've made a ton of new developments, got on a ton of new exchanges since then. I have a buddy who is a big fan of the show, and I'm a big fan of his. We talk all the time. He follows OMG like it's his job. I'm trying to have him do some kind of write-up for me to do a recording based off of that. So I will probably be doing an update. If I do an update, obviously we will remove the old review on any coin I've already done as we continue to update them so you guys have the most up-to-date information possible. Max Expo says the storm is not over. They haven't even began to release of global gig economy aspect. Max really likes Storm, guys. Hey, you know how I feel about IOHK, Charles Hoskinson, and all of those affiliated projects. I have not looked that much into Storm. I think that is the only IOHK project that I do not currently own. So it might be one worth taking a look at.
Where's Gary O'Connell? He's not in here?
Gary said he was. So we almost didn't start on time because Gary O'Connell was Skype calling us, talking to us forever.
We had a 30-minute Skype call
and
with
now he's
that
not
idiot.
Here. His young girlfriend's keeping him busy.
He wouldn't put her on camera though because he knows we'll steal her. She'll be on a supersonic flight over the U.S. Get rid of his old. I won't say it.
Now this is going to be some discussion. I want you guys to put your opinion of these articles in the description below as well. Is Bitcoin the greatest scam in history? Now, obviously, we're all here watching this on a daily basis, and I'm here talking about cryptos. So I think cryptos have a real-world use case as the decentralized monetary system on top of a lot of these projects and how they are utilizing blockchain and smart contracts right now and into the future. But let's hear this guy out, and let's see what he thinks. First of all, let's start off by saying it's from Bill Harris, former CEO of Intuit and founding CEO of PayPal and Personnel Capital. You know what that sounds like to me? The very industries that have the most to lose if cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and smart contracts continue forward towards mainstream adoption. Keep that in mind. Now, when I was reading this article, I was like, everybody has their own opinion. It is what it is. But I just expected a way more high-level approach and write-up from this guy, but I guess not. We'll start here. In my opinion, it's a colossal pump-and-dump scheme, the likes of which the world has never seen. In a pump-and-dump game, promoters pump up the price of a security, creating a speculative frenzy, then dump some of their holdings at artificially high prices. And some cryptocurrencies are pure frauds. Ernst & Young estimates that 10% of all the money raised for initial coin offerings has been stolen. Now, we have talked about that, guys. You do have to be careful in ICOs. We don't talk a lot about ICOs on here, and personally, I don't even invest in ICOs. What I do, if I'm interested in an ICO, I wait for it to come to the market. 9 out of 10 times, it has a post-market release dump. Once it hits that accumulation phase, if I still like the product, that is when I buy it. That's my opinion. I don't like locking up my Ether. I want them to prove that they're a legitimate product, at least get onto exchange before I enter those. Also, they talk about the pump and dump game where, people are just dumping the prices. I think all you have to do is zoom out 1 year, 2 years, and tell me what the prices are like. I'm pretty happy, even with Bitcoin at $9,000. The losers, are you guys losers? I don't think I'm a loser, but it is what it is. Our ill-informed buyers caught up in a spiral of greed. The result is a massive transfer of wealth from ordinary families to internet promoters. A massive understatement. 1,500 different cryptos now register over $300 billion in value. It's 400 billion, but we'll take it. It helps to understand that Bitcoin has no value at all. Zero value. All that money you guys have spent is for absolutely nothing. Promoters claim cryptocurrency is valuable as 1, means of payment, 2, a store of value, and 3, a thing in itself. None of these claims are true. Let's hear them out. These would probably be some high-level explanations here, I'd hope.
He's an idiot.
Means of payment. Bitcoins are accepted almost nowhere, and some cryptocurrencies nowhere at all. Even where accepted, a currency whose value can swing 10% or more in a single day is useless as a means of payment. Well, first of all, Bitcoin is accepted in many merchants. We actually accept it for our cryptocurrency trading course. You can go online and find everywhere that accepts payments from gambling sites, porn sites, whatever it may be. Also, the fact that he's saying it can't be used as a means of payment, Bitcoin wasn't even meant for merchant adoption at first. It is a peer-to-peer monetary system. It's supposed to be a global network in which I can send my funds that I own to whoever I want, whenever I want, all within a 10-minute span. So I kind of disagree there. Store value. Extreme price volatility also makes Bitcoin undesirable as a store value. And the storehouses, the cryptocurrency trading exchanges, are far less reliable and trustworthy than the ordinary banks and brokers. A couple things. Bitcoin price right now, $9,000. Bitcoin price a year ago, $900. If that's not a store value, I don't know what is, because gold hasn't made those moves, stocks hasn't made those moves, real estate hasn't made those moves. No other store value has moved like that, so I disagree once again. Also, the cryptocurrency trading exchanges, obviously there are hacked. This is a new market, so I could kind of agree there. And he's saying far less reliable and trustworthy than the ordinary banks and brokers. I don't know if you guys watch the news, but there are plenty of banks and brokers who have needed government funding for bailouts. Those don't seem too trustworthy to me. But again, you do what you want to do. Everybody's in this cryptocurrency market for different things. I'm here to make money, number one, but also I believed in the decentralized nature and the fact that this could be a financial revolution in the way that the monetary policy should be globally across the world for everybody, from a first world to a third world country. And then lastly here, guys, he says thing in itself. A Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. It only has value if people think other people will buy it for a higher price. The greater fool theory. Okay, so what is fiat currency, guys? The only reason that piece of paper in your wallet has any value is because all of us believe and say that it has value, and that a government says it has value while they continue to print more and more of it. Some cryptocurrencies like Sweatcoin, which is redeemable for workout gear, are the equivalent of online coupons or frequent flyer points, a purpose better served by simple promo codes than complex encryption. That is true, guys. We always say there's 1,500 cryptocurrencies. You should probably only be invested in about 20 of them, as a lot of these projects have no reason to be on the blockchain. But I like how he uses a coin here that probably nobody in this channel has ever heard of, and I don't even know if it's on cryptocurrency market cap. Indeed, for the vast majority of uses, Bitcoin has no role. Dollars, pounds, euros, yen, and renminbi are better means of payment, stores of values, and things in themselves. Maybe under current metrics, it is a better means of payment, but I don't know about you. Have you guys ever looked at an inflation chart for the dollars, pounds, and euros? It becomes worth less and less every single year, so I'm not going to store my value in USD, and you guys shouldn't either.
Seb Fox says he heard the video rental store guy said that Netflix was a scam too.
So,
no doubt.
That's enough of this. I don't want to keep going on with this, what this guy said, but there's plenty of points here that are just based on no facts. If he was going to present this and actually gave me some good data, I mean, I could probably put this paper together, even though I don't believe in it, and put together way better data points than this. And I thought I was going to have like a high-level read when somebody sent this to me, and I was really disappointed in what he had to say. What are you going to say, Todd?
I'm going to show a chart of Amazon, because we've talked about this on Amazon and Apple. When you get a company that has huge growth coming, the volatility in the beginning is unbelievably. Will you move my picture, please? Raise it up. Yeah. Because I want to show you what happened to me. Amazon, I can only go back 10 years on my software. So Amazon was making major percent moves to the left of this chart, which I can't show you here. But I wanted to show you is I was managing a friend's money for his mother. She was older. I bought Amazon at at that point, I think it was $200. And this was at the red arrow. It was $200, not counting splits. It went down to 95, so I was down 50%. I lost the account. It was a big account. I lost the account because of my stupid trading on Amazon. Okay. So they were mad at me for having Amazon that was at, let's say, $50. Now it's $1,460. So, and it never really had a correction. Yeah, these are big corrections that would have scared you out possibly, especially if you had close stops in or something. But I think that's just a point that, I'm not sure that might not be the Bitcoin chart when we're talking 10 years from now. And we're all sitting here talking about these red arrows where just got cremated, couldn't believe it, etc. So I don't want to say Bitcoin's going that high like this chart, but I still think that's kind of true. And when they talk about it's not a store of value, anything that's probably got a big future is going to have huge volatility. So I don't believe that no one's going to buy Bitcoin. It's not a store of value because I don't think gold's a store of value. I do think Bitcoin will overtake gold for being a store of value. So, and that takes us a lot higher on the price of Bitcoin. So, but we shall see. Those are only our opinions, and I think we'll run a quick disclaimer here because we've all been talking a lot.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
The wealth unit asked about how much for a stock portfolio. I mean, I've got one strategy is 25,000, and I got one that's 200 to 250,000. And the crypto we've been saying 25,000. I tell you what, when cryptos heat up here again and Bitcoin gets 15,000 plus, I'm raising my minimums because I need I need the bigger accounts. They're just easier to manage. But for now, I'm still taking accounts at 25.
What we got in here? We got Gary finally in here. You are late. What
Gary's here.
Did your girlfriend keep you busy? We just got off the phone with you. Stacking Stoner in here as well. Good to see you.
Is Gary going to give his 10-banger pork blaster pick live on air? Or is
that a secret pork blaster for PCG
Because
clients
I got it,
only?
but I didn't tell anybody yet, Gary. I was going to let you spill the beans.
Matt Bradley says, sometimes I just do a spray and pray on these type of coins. Now, I don't recommend that, but I hope you've been successful in that. And at certain times when alt season does happen, you can make some profits as long as you get out early.
Gary's an AI for Goldman Sachs.
So he's saying there is one strategy for the stocks that is 25,000. Another strategy is 200 and 250,000. And then for the private client group we do for cryptos, it has been 25,000. I could probably help you out and talk Todd down a little bit since I think the upside potential is much higher.
No, Gary's definitely a Russian bot. Gary wants a donation.
Gary,
everyone give us donations and we'll forward them on to Gary. I think we get 70% payout, so you're only going to get 70, Gary. I'm not going in the hole for your shitcoin.
Tom Howard says, Nick said, learn crypto, gambling, porn sites, except Bitcoin. That is true. I mean, there's others. There's airports. There's Cryptopia. There's all kinds of stuff. But trying to have a few laughs over your time. I know that you half the stuff you write in the chat box we can't even read.
Yeah, we laughed about Gary because he was really bad. That he has been killing the game. I mean, if he gives a coin right now, he already gave it to us before we went live. Like 2 minutes before we went live, he threw a Skype coin out there. So we're going to let Gary throw it out there if he does. If not, I'm going to do some research on it. I think Nick's going to do a little research. We're going to talk about it tomorrow night. Hopefully it doesn't double in the next 24 hours. Because he mentioned PPT. I talked about that within minutes on the channel. It doubled. He told me he was going to BAT, and it had a big rally. And then he went to Tron. So Gary is making a name for himself.
Driving Muffin says, don't listen to Gary. Hey, he's been picking it up. He's paying for some kind of inside information over there, Gary. Who are you paying for that?
It's like 2 in the morning over there. That boy, he's living the dream. Yeah. He's trading cryptos, got his 20-year younger girlfriend from Thailand, and got money coming out his ears.
That's hilarious.
He's living the dream. Come on, Gary, throw it out there.
We'll see. He might want to be keeping a secret. It might be...
he probably hasn't bought all he wants to buy. He's just going to shield the coin on our channel. That's what he's going to do.
Anthony says he's been looking into PPT and he might actually use it. So that means he's liking the use case rather than just for trading. There you go.
All right, we got to get some Be a Gary t-shirts.
Yes, we do. Also, guys, Rob Viglione from Zen has been in contact with me. He said he wants to come back on the show for another interview to talk about some of the new projects they are working on and have continued to work on. Also, he did say, I mean, don't hold me to this part, but he did say, I'm going to hold it to him. He said he was going to give us some swag, so maybe some t-shirts, stickers, hats, whatever they got, just to give back to you guys and give back to this community. So that would be pretty awesome. So I know I'm going to be keeping at least one of the shirts, guys. I can't give everything away, but that will be interesting. We'll get that going as soon as
Matthew Bradley
possible.
says he was my personal trainer at Gold's Gym. You're probably talking about when I started the record label. I brought in some of the artists and we worked out some.
Yeah, he said back in 2005.
That's got to be, yeah. Me, I was in there with my producers and some of our artists, trying to get them all in shape.
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, Todd has been all over the place. If you want to look at his past trading accomplishments, go over to learncrypto.io to see those. He got burnt out on that. Then he went and did record labels with rappers in St. Louis.
Yeah, I still manage money, but I just took a little bit of a break because Carrie and her mom and my employees, they still kept the office together. I just had, when it was after 3, I did my thing with the music for a while, and Carrie did. But after about $1 million, we decided we'd go back to managing more money. Any word on group trading? Coinigy sends me back emails stating that they're working on it. They have a small computer group, and they can't give me an ETA yet. My life's going to be so much easier when they give me that. So, and I don't know if anyone can build me something. I don't know how that works, whether I had something that could be built that would hook me up to Coinigy. So if anyone's got any bright ideas, I know I've had a few friends, PCG clients, that could be capable of doing that. So
yeah, so if it was, it had to be capable using trading API keys, because that's how we manage people's money. You guys are still in full control of your accounts. We just have the trading API. So the group trading would have to be able to incorporate that. Also, I'm sure Todd would pay anybody for that service.
That's funny. Matthew Bradley, I know it's you because you said over on Dorset. We rented a condo over there and put 3-story condo and put a bunch of artists in there. So that's funny.
Philip Rover saying Zen on a nice run. Yeah, we talked about that, and I have been trying to get you guys to look into Zen since it was $15. It's still undervalued. It's still $150 million market cap with plenty of room to run. It has great token economics with 21 million total supply. I'm not a shiller, guys. I'm just telling you the facts. I've been trying to not chill it since it was 15, but now since it's starting to get recognition, do some research on it. That's all I'm
don't
gonna
get
say.
Nick in trouble because his girlfriend watches once in a while.
Yeah, she always watches in the
jealous.
back. She won't say anything. She's just seeing who's saying what. That's all.
He has a lady boyfriend for you. Thinks you're hot.
Wealth Unit says...
He totally works. He's one of the original Bee Gees, right?
That's right. You guys want to hear me sing? Wealth Unit
There's
over here
Phillip
says he wants me to look
mining
at
Zen.
Poo Coin. We'll see. Philip and mining Zen
Ryzen,
for 10 months.
We're going to ban Ryzen from the channel. Yeah, I had a full head of hair. It was dark brown. Yeah, you're right.
All right, enough
12
fun
years
for
ago.
a second. Let's get back. I got one more thing I want to look at, and then we're going to let you guys throw out some coins for Todd to look at the TA.
It's getting hot in
We'll
here.
keep things rolling. I'll crack the window once we get over to the charts.
It's getting hot in here.
So I don't know if you guys have been seeing a lot of the big wigs. Charlie Lee, I'm not going to talk negative on anybody right now. Named Roger Ver. I'm not going to say anything. All I want to show you is you give me the opinion. If you don't know, Bitcoin.com is actually ran by Roger Ver. Tell me what you see here. We're going to go to menu. We're going to go to Block Explorer. Okay. All right. Oh, we got the Block Explorer. I should be able to look up my Bitcoin address, right? It says Bitcoin. Nope. This is the BCH Bitcoin Cash Block Explorer. So not only did they steal the Bitcoin brand when they forked and they named it Bitcoin Cash, hey, that is what it is. It's an open source code. I'm not saying anything negative about that. Bitcoin Cash, use whatever coin you guys want to use. All I'm going to say is when you deceive people and confuse people by taking the Bitcoin.com website, and you guys can go through their website on every single page, they now call Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin, and they call Bitcoin Bitcoin Core, all the way to the Block Explorer. Now we'll go over here to the currency section. Man, I want to look at, what's this? Bitcoin. The ticker for Bitcoin is not BCH. And I don't know what Bitcoin Core is, guys. That is a coin that does not exist. So you make your own opinions. I just think that is ridiculous. It's going to confuse a lot of new people in the space. People are going to lose coins by sending their coins to the wrong wallet addresses. Obviously, if you send, in a normal circumstance, you send Bitcoin to a Bitcoin address. Under these current circumstances, you need to send, apparently, Bitcoin to a Bitcoin address, but that's going to be BCH. Therefore, they're going to lose their funds. That is just good.
Gary just gave the POA out. Oh, Seb Fox likes it. And
No!
I said before on this channel that Seb knows what he's doing.
You're back on the charts over there.
Now we got a few more people. Gary gave it out. You took your thunder.
Now, Gary.
But that's some good news that you just gave there.
Gary, so the bet that you made us, you got to make that public too. What'd you tell us, Gary? You said if that thing isn't, 50% in the next 48 hours.
Right.
He said he was going to run around his office naked, which none of us want to see, and post it live on YouTube.
I got it right there. Gary says POA. The boy's been hot, so I don't know. He must be with some Russian cartel or something because he's got it figured out. Yakisoba Man from Japan, good morning.
Oh, that is also funny. Bitcoin.com's ticker says 8813. Now, I'm reading, what are you reading Bitcoin at over there? I'm reading about that. That's about right.
Yeah.
So they're right. Who said that in there? Tom Owens, they're right.
Blake Neely's talking in Japanese or what?
We have Yakisoba Man. Hey, guys, morning from Japan. So maybe he's talking to him in Japanese. Adventure in Bitcoin says, Konnichiwa. Back at you, brother. Do you want a wrench? If you want a wrench, just let me know. I'll give you one.
We got Gary marked on here, so we're going to see if Gary can keep his string of winners going. Gary will be starting his own YouTube channel shortly. Actually, he is going to start talking overseas about Bitcoin because he's the man. 8,800 Bitcoin. So,
do you guys have any charts that you want Todd to look at or any fundamental questions you would like me to try to answer?
It is what it is. That being said, it is what it is. What's up, Tom Howard?
Love you, Tom. What do we got going on here?
Driven Muffin. What's going on? If anyone's coming late, we went over the Bitcoin. I'm going to go over it one more time real quick. I think we're doing the fourth wave here. I don't want that count at the moment. I'm going to stay with this count for right now. We're working on this wave forward.
We have Fred in here saying OCN as well. Somebody earlier was saying OCN might have an airdrop and a Binance listing. I cannot verify any of that, and I do not own any OCN.
If you're a trader, I think any weakness tonight down here at 87, 86, 8,500, I'd buy a strong coin, any coin maybe that's springing a previous support level. I think you'll get something up here in the next day or so, and then have to see how strong that rally is. So that'll only be for some, day trades. If you're looking for something to do the next day or two, I'd buy any break we get in the next few hours.
Anthony wants us to look at Substratum. Elizabeth says, Nick, do you know of any reputable online service to host a masternode? Can't run a server from my home. Actually, Elizabeth, if you don't know, I work for an institutional financial advisor, and the data center in which we use to store and house all of our traditional finances, he actually does Bitcoin mining. We kind of had a little discussion. He can run masternodes for a fee, and we'll figure that out. So as soon as I get the details on how much it costs per month, just go ahead and DM me so I can remember to reach back out to you. But I do know that he said it was going to be cheaper than some of the Amazon and Google services, and it's going to be running through a trusted data center that stores a lot of confidential traditional finance statements and stuff. So a very trustworthy source, and I think it is based out of Kansas City.
Okay, I think the stream's been good tonight, but like right now I've got Coinigy showing me a slight issue, so hopefully we don't lose you guys here. That was OCN BTC. I can't do anything more than that. I think OCN was pulling back to some resistance back here, I think, on that this morning. So any further sell-off on Bitcoin, I'm guessing OCN could be bought. But again, I'm chart one updates. I'm hoping we don't lose anybody here. And KNC, isn't that over at KuCoin?
KNC.
No.
Kyber Network is sold and traded on Huobi, Binance, KuCoin.
Hold on. KNC. Let's do Binance, KNC, BTC. Yeah, I'm having issues with Coinigy now. I guess our live stream still looks good.
And then he wanted my opinion on AGI. That is Singularity Network. This is like an AI network. I think it has a lot of work to go. I think it is very interesting, but I think they are trying to skip a few steps with the AI, the current AI technology. Now, does that mean it can't be successful in the future? No. If I'm looking into AI, I think right now I'm looking into like trading AI, almost like CND, where they use information from the masses and then they have their own AI algorithm to do predictive market analysis. I think that technology for AI is solid and is actually working. I think what Singularity is trying to do is going to be a future thing. I can look a little deeper for you because obviously there's 1,400 coins, so I can't keep up to date with everything. So I'm not sure what they've been doing recently.
Chat disconnected. The chat's saying it's disconnected, but the live looks right. I don't know what's going on, guys. My charts have slowed up on me again. Wow.
Looks like we might have lost it, even though it's not saying we've dropped anything.
Unable to connect. It is what it is. Newbie to this channel, but liking it. Close some tabs.
Yep, no internet connection.
That's crazy. At least I warned everybody. I can tell I was slowing up there. See, my internet is fine. Well, we were finishing, but we didn't kind of get to say goodbye. Do you teach technical analysis? Jalen Jackson's asking.
Yes, we do. Too bad we have no internet, so I guess we'll just call it a day.
It says streaming live, but it won't work.
Well, we have no internet. Like, I can't access any tabs on any of my either of these two computers.